High Plains Technology Center, turning education and training into workplace success.
Oh, back to school, to prove to Dad that I'm not a fool.
High Plains Technology Center, education at the speed of business. School is now in session.
All right, here we are Wednesday morning. Taylor Burnett, High Plains Technology Center, sitting down with you once again this week. We have survived the eclipse. We don't have to worry about all the naysayers saying it's going to be the end of the world. But I'm very excited. We've got a plethora of guests today to join us because we're going to talk about all things wind. We're going to talk about it. The reason why we're going to talk about it, applications are due next week. April 19th. I had to look at Jack to get that verification, so you already know one of the guests. But I'm going to let the guests introduce themselves one by one. Tell me where you're from, and what high school you went to, and then what are you doing?
My name is Braden Weiss. I'm 25 years old. I'm from Western Colorado. I graduated from a school called Rifle High.
All right.
My name's Hannah Borjas. I'm from South Texas. I graduated from an online high school.
My name is Brody Patton. I graduated from Woodward High School, and I'm 19 years old.
My name's Maria Altamirano. I'm 18, and I graduated from Woodward High School.
So we've got a little bit of a mix here. We've got some that are a little bit more seasoned and then a little bit younger as well. We haven't had this many guests on here, so I'm way excited. And go ahead and introduce yourself. I kind of did earlier.
Oh, good morning, Jack Day. So
okay.
I'm not putting my
You're
age
not going
out
to put
there.
your age? Okay. And what do you do?
I'm not scared, but
No,
I don't know that everybody else wants to know.
I know. I've been called old way too much lately, but we're going to talk about this. So I'm going to talk about the students, what brought them to the class. Those of you who don't know, this is one of my favorite things because this is a life-altering class. The path that they are setting themselves upon in 20 weeks, whether they choose to accept it or not, is life-altering and can change the trajectory at any point in time. Because this is a career to get into. This is the class to get into. We don't accept everybody. We've accepted these four for some reason, especially one of them. I'm not looking at you, Brody. But we really accepted them for one reason or another because we believe in them. And, their name's attached to us, our name's attached to them. But this is you're going to learn life skills in this, but you're also going to learn a lot of skills you can do a lot of different things in. So I'm going to go down the line. What's the number one thing that you love most about the class?
This is Braden. I would say my favorite thing has been learning about electrical and troubleshooting circuits. It's kind of like a puzzle that you have to figure out, so I've genuinely enjoyed that a lot.
Okay.
This is Hannah Borjas, and I'd have to agree with Braden. The electrical troubleshooting.
Do you agree with them very often?
No, just I would say just about never. That's actually pretty rare. No, but yeah, like he said, the electrical troubleshooting, it's a lot of fun, and definitely our teacher, he's made it an enjoyable experience.
Man, you're just buttering up, even though you've got about a month left and buttering up. Okay.
Brody Patton here, and I mean, just period, I like everything about the class. It's definitely a lot better than college. I tried college for about a semester. Nothing useful with my hands. I just sat in a classroom all day. It was not enjoyable. I mean, this, I actually am guaranteed a job out of it, and if you don't take a job offer, that's your own fault for this. You get a ton out there, and it's definitely so much better.
This is Maria, and I just love working with schematics. It feels like a puzzle to me.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, and also the instructor, me and him are twins, so I love it.
Literally twins. There's might be some pictures floating around of twins, but no. And there's a little bit of height discrepancy there, though, is what I'll say. And you made yourself bald. Jack has some hair, kind of there.
Well, I wanted to look the part, so.
Okay, all right. So those that don't understand, those that don't know, this is a 20-week class. It's 8 to 5. It's all you can eat, 800 hours, getting after it. And they are learning the electrical piece, like they said. The schematics is a big thing. The metering is a big thing. Hydraulics is a big thing. But, they haven't even gotten into the finals, and here they are saying these different things. They better love electronics because you're going to need to be doing a lot of those things. But it's hands-on driven, and what I wanted to kind of get everybody with things is because wind has different levels of everything that is needed. They need the people that are going to go up there and troubleshoot. They need the people that are going to go up there and do maintenance. They need the people that are going to go up there and just carry things, right? And break down doing some bolt, torque, and tensioning because that's not for everybody. But what is the number one thing that was probably the eye-opening experience of the class itself? We're going to start with you, Maria. Start with the best. No offense, I'm just joking.
I mean, what can I say? I didn't realize how much I could push myself, and I didn't realize how much I could do. So that has been the eye-opening experience. And honestly, I just love working with electrical and just thinking outside of the box. Honestly, reading schematics, that's awesome.
Okay.
So.
All right. You like putting puzzles together? And
Yeah, I do.
okay. All right. That makes sense. All right.
One thing coming into the class, I really didn't like. I know everyone talks stuff up. They don't really like when they talk it up. They don't really like give the honest truth. They give you like a skewed version of it, and like coming into it, I'm like, man, I might get one offer coming in. No, I've gotten several coming into it so far, and it's something like that really surprised me, especially being this early in the season. And there's still 7 weeks left, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just crazy to me coming in. And I've already gotten, 3 so far, more to come. We haven't even gotten into the main interviews coming up next week. That's this week. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Be careful.
Yeah. That's just crazy to me. And I really like that. I think a lot of people don't take that seriously when they really hear about it. They're like, oh, yeah, sure you do. You get 100%.
Kind of like over Christmas break when the instructor talks to you about, hey, maybe, what are you doing? Well, I'm done with college.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And, this is something, your parents knew about this a little bit as well. So, but yeah, that is cool. Yeah.
This is Hannah, and honestly, for me, the most eye-opening experience I would say is the climbing.
Okay.
So when I first, before I got into it, I was like, it's climbing a ladder. How hard can it really be? But as soon as I got onto that not even the first platform, maybe 20 feet up, I was like, yeah, this is not the same as climbing a ladder onto a house or something. So yeah, definitely the physical aspect of it. I did not expect it to be, I guess, as challenging.
The funny thing is it's documented with Hannah as well because she
no. We're not going to put that
She brought up
out.
the bag for the evacuations. Just saying, it's documented and it's on an Oculus Quest.
Yeah, it's on YouTube as well.
It is on YouTube for sure. Even I've shown it to Mr. Dixon and he's like, "Man, we got to get her in better shape." But
wow!
I know, but I said, "Well, she was carrying the bag." Yeah. Tell Kevin.
Tell him he can borrow my harness anytime and he can go try it out for himself.
Love it.
So for me, truthfully, the eye-opening part has just been learning about the whole industry. Coming from West Colorado, we don't have any turbines out there, and I knew they existed, but I didn't know how big of an industry it is and how many opportunities there are. For lack of a better term, I almost fell into not this program because we did have to apply ourselves to get to it, but I moved here on basically a whim to be with family, and then heard about this program. And just all the opportunities it presented, and I'm just really happy where I ended up.
That's cool. So Rifle, Colorado, you did say that.
Yep.
CMC Rescue. That's how we have our confined space rescue prop.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I've gone to CMC.
That. Yeah. So that's even smaller world, and I didn't even clue in until just now. So when we talk about when to, there's different aspects when it comes to some of those, the technician level, whether it be a travel technician, whether it be an on-site thing, that's changing as we speak as well. The interview pieces, what are some of the things that you tell them that separate yourselves, that make them want to hire you? Because our placement rate is 98%. I know Brody said you're guaranteed a job. You're not guaranteed a job because it's up to these individuals, not us, to get them a job. But we're going to put them in front of the right people to be hiring as well. And you kind of corrected yourself with that also. But so when they're asking you questions, what's some of the questions that kind of throw you for a loop with the wind technician level? Hannah, I'm going to let you go.
I'd say I'm wanting to further my education after this program. I'm not wanting to stop just at the certifications. I'd like to pursue a bachelor's degree in either engineering or technology.
Okay. Yeah, you told me that before, so that's why I started with you. Brody, got to eat that mic. Where you'll live, I guess? Is that one of the
Oh, definitely. Really, I want to live in the Northeast because that's really where my girlfriend is, and I really...
You threw that out there for everybody to hear.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
He's taken.
Yeah. It's not a big deal to me.
No.
She told me not to say that, too. But that's a big aspect for me being within 8 hours of her. I can make an 8-hour drive in a day. That's not a big deal to me.
All right.
I lived in St. Louis for a semester.
Okay. All right. So what, Maria, when you look at some of the things when you talk about the wind industry, because I know you've done the college route as well, correct? What is one of the things? Is it something that you want? As a career? I mean, what drew you to want to take this wind class?
So I had thought about taking this wind class for about a couple years now, and I wasn't old enough to enter for the fall semester. So I decided to try college out, and I decided that, for a couple years I can be a wind technician because I did want to be a teacher, and eventually in the future I could become a safety instructor. Okay. Or even become like my twin, and
I know a place that has safety instructors. I don't know. So yeah. Okay. All right. Well, that's cool. It's funny to me to think of people thinking, wind at 16. When we first started down this road, Jack, it was not that way at all. People don't understand, hey, we're all energy out at High Plains, but, wind is part of us, and that's the special aspect of it. That is our number one taxpayer entity for our district as well. But Braden, you have experienced different work because you're one of the older ones. Mm-hmm. What are some of the skills that you kind of thought you knew that when you delve deeper into the hands-on aspects, you really didn't in the class?
I'll be honest. My background's administration, so that's why I came to the program.
Taking notes,
basically, yeah, basically just pencil pusher, and that's why I decided I wanted to do the program because you can get into the industry without experience. I just felt like it was going to be a huge roadblock with me coming from that background, so I thought coming to this course would be the best option to get my foot in the door.
And, when we talk about the certifications that are involved with it, 25 certifications, some of these are globally recognized all across the place with things. So it is an aspect that we can do. 26, 26, that's what that signal was. But so some of these are globally recognized. They can go all over. Is the overseas aspect has anybody thought of that aspect at all?
I definitely
you jumped
have.
that mic. Hannah jumped to that mic.
No, yeah, I definitely have. I think it'd be such an amazing opportunity to be able to go to Europe or something and, get to see the world as well as make money and have a good growing career.
Okay. You have to, a lot of times you have to put in your time and then you can't get over there.
Definitely.
That's the big leagues, with things, but that is cool. That's neat.
Definitely.
So as we wrap up, the safety side of things, what do you guys think on that safety side? Because what's been the toughest class you guys have had, or module you guys have to do in the GWO aspect?
We've only gotten through a couple of them so far. We're kind of knocking all of them out here in the last few weeks. I'd say safety is definitely one of the biggest things because that's one of the number one questions they're going to pound you for on the interviews that you do. At least half of them all, how are you handling the situation? What if you're upset with your coworker and it's a safety concern? They're going to really redundantly ask you about it, and for good reason. You're 300 feet in the air.
Yeah, in wind, you're 300 feet in the air and it's electrified. You kind of have to be a little bit safe with that.
And it is a lot of information to take in. A lot of it is common sense, but some of it is stuff that I've never really encountered before. For example, fire safety and just little things like that.
Fire safety in a confined space, kind of. I know that the wind doesn't like saying confined space, but it is. So yeah.
No, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I've kind of dealt with safety for a long time now. I worked in the welding shop for about 4 or 5 years there. Well, 3 or 4 years, sorry. And I've been doing shotgun sports for 9-10 years now. And safety is a massive thing. That's one thing I always tell recruiters is it sounds really weird when you bring up guns because they get kind of weird about it sometimes. Sometimes, not all the time.
Depends on where they're from.
It really does.
Yes,
I've noticed
question.
that.
Yeah.
But after you kind of go into detail about, hey, if you're not doing the correct type safety deal, like if you're not wearing your glasses and they catch you doing that, they'll kick you off the course. And I've been really looking into getting my NSCA instructor's license, and that looks really good on my resumes and stuff.
That's cool. Well, I want to thank you for coming in here. Maybe not Jack, your twin, but no, thank Jack. This program doesn't run without him. Graduation is May
22nd.
22nd. Okay, he's right around the corner. The goal is to be 100% hired by then. Because Jack has to wear skinny jeans.
And you have to shave
No, that was the last class. But yeah, Jack has to wear skinny jeans, and pictures will be floating everywhere. Just so you know, it might become our new billboard.
Taylor's going to be bald. I promise you guys.
So, all right. Well, thank you guys for coming in. We're Wednesday, getting ready to start that class and get after it. Don't forget the plant sale tomorrow as well, folks. All right. Thanks a lot.